Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, Brad Drake, and this is my AWA save. Folks, we may be the longest running series on TEW. I don't know if anybody's quite got 160 shows like we do, and that does not include our two-part television tapings. So we may have the longest running show here, and we have been on fire as of late. We have more people playing this mod than ever. Our Facebook group is thriving, and I thank you all for your participation and your support. So tonight's save, the AWA is back home in Minneapolis, and we are at the Sports Pavilion, and we are going to be doing recordings of Championship Wrestling and also All-Star Wrestling. Let's take a look and see who's absent for tonight. Mr. Saito, and of course, Mr. Saito is on the recordings, so we'll have to make a change. Let's take a look at the backstage incidents. And Mike Starr made pancakes for everybody. And, whoa, what's going on here with Ray Stevens? Whoa, Nelson Royal went after Ray Stevens about not picking up his share of the tab. Looks like everything's straightened out there. Okay, so we have our two-part recording here. And it looks like we are recording Championship Wrestling first. You never know what you're going to get here from TEW as far as what gets recorded first. So it looks like they've decided this week to record Championship Wrestling first. So as always, there's a lot of you new to the channel. You may not be familiar. We will record week 3 of Championship Wrestling and All-Star Wrestling. Then we'll come back tomorrow with Championship Wrestling and All-Star Wrestling again. Remember, we record 2 weeks of television in a row. So, for Championship Wrestling here, Wendi Richter is going to be featured along with the Texas Hangmen, Doug Summers, Manny Fernandez, DJ Peterson, Bobby Duncum, Ron Simmons, and in our main event, and it's a big main event, Sergeant Slaughter and Jerry Lawler are going to face Larry Zbyszko and Curt Hennig in a tag match. So, with that said, we have everything set. Let's get to booking. All right, Starr versus Richter here are going to open it up. And of course, that is a 3-minute match. And here is Wendi Richter. Of course, Wendi Richter is going to get the victory here in this enhancement talent match. And a lot of you have brought up the fact that, I can't edit it. All right, I'll do it. I did it in my other save, and I'll go ahead and do it in this one too. The fact that my enhancement talent match for tag teams disappeared. It's probably not set to a default, so I'll go ahead and get that fixed, and then we'll get that straightened out for the future. Okay, so here we go with that tag match, and that is going to be Ben Patrick of the Little People and David Koorijian, and they're taking on the Texas Hangmen. So here is Ben Patrick. Here is David Koorijian, and of course, once again, they are taking on the Texas Hangmen, who are managed by none other than Don Carson. And he has done a very good job with this team. And they are progressing along very nicely. All right, next, we have Mike Luca taking on Doug Summers. And Doug Summers, of course, has been chasing Greg Gagne around the country for that World Television title. And they have put on some very, very good matches. So there is Luca. Here is Doug Summers. Of course, Doug Summers is going to get that win. He's been in tag teams with us for all of his run here so far, but now he's in singles action. He's doing very good. Next, we have Mickey Shannon, and he's going to face Manny Fernandez. Fernandez, of course, has been doing a very good job with us. There's Shannon, and there is Fernandez. Some of you have asked me about Manny Fernandez. I like Manny Fernandez. I think Manny Fernandez was a very good, very capable wrestler. I liked his work in Crockett. I liked his work everywhere I saw him work. He was good in Florida. He was able to do, one of those guys that was able to do both. He was able to be the heel that you hated, that irritable heel. And I always thought that his feud with Wahoo McDaniel later on in the AWA was terrific. But he was also, you hated him with Rick Rude when they were the NWA World Tag Team Champions. On the same token, I always thought he played that good roughneck babyface. Pre-Rude Tag Team Run era, Fernandez was a great babyface wrestler. He had a tag team title run with Dusty Rhodes, and he could just do both. I thought he was very good. The knock against Manny Fernandez was never that he wasn't a good wrestler. The knock with Manny Fernandez was that he was an over-exaggerator and a liar, and that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. For example, he claims that he was a Navy SEAL and a Vietnam veteran. It's possible, but based on the age of Manny Fernandez, it would mean that he was in Vietnam when he was like 16. And for those of you that aren't aware, in order to become a Navy SEAL, you got to be in the Navy for a little while. And you had to have trained for a while. It's not something that you just become. So realistically, he would have had to have been in the Navy for 2 or 3 years already at that point. And, you know, it's just not possible with the time given. I mean, I guess it is, but it's just not likely that that it could have occurred. So that's the knock on Manny Fernandez. There's also where he's had a lot of run-ins and problems with other wrestlers. Apparently, he and Tully Blanchard hated each other. And Manny Fernandez has been accused at times of being a bully with enhancement talent, unnecessarily roughing them up. He's also known to be a really hard, tough, bad dude. Fernandez was a product of the Championship Wrestling from Florida system. He was friends with the Briscoe brothers and the Funks and was invited down there, and that's where he did his training. And he was a nasty amateur wrestler and also just a really tough guy. So apparently you did not want to throw hands or mix it up with Manny Fernandez because he could hurt you and he could hurt you pretty badly. So I don't know if the story is that he took liberties on Tully Blanchard and that's why they didn't like each other, or if it was some other issue perhaps with Tully Blanchard's dad promoting in San Antonio. I don't know what the case is, but there is some instance there where those two just do not get along and did not like each other. So you can research it yourself and find out, but that's the positive stuff, and that's the knock on Manny Fernandez. Like I said before, I've always liked Manny Fernandez in the ring. I've liked him because he could do either. He could be a good baby face, he could be a nasty heel. I always liked him for that reason. But I understand the detractors and the people that don't like him, and it makes perfect sense for me. Okay, back to the save here now. Ron Simmons is going to cut a promo here, and of course you saw the other action as you were watching. You were watching while I was talking about Manny Fernandez. All right, Jeff Crimley is going to face Ron Simmons here. And of course, a squash match. Ron Simmons, of course, has been doing a terrific job for us. He has had a big money, a great feud with none other than Colonel De Beers. But of course, that's going to end here soon because Colonel De Beers has put in his notice. And he is leaving us, and he is going to go work for Wild West Wrestling, who is well over $1.5 million in debt. So who knows how much longer that promotion's even going to be around. Stupid business move by Colonel De Beers, but that's his choice. All right, Larry Zbyszko and Curt Hennig are going to cut a promo here against their opponents this evening. And not only are they their opponents this evening, they are also their feud mates, the people they are feuding with. So it makes perfect sense to have this as a big main event here. Here's Curt Hennig, and we'll get Larry Nelson in there. He'll conduct the interview, of course. There's Larry, and of course, they're going to be shit-talking Jerry Lawler and Sergeant Slaughter. So there we go. Zbyszko rated on entertainment. Hennig rated on entertainment. And Lawler and Zbyszko are going to be off screen. So our main event should be able to go at least 14 minutes here. We'll make the adjustment if we have to. Folks, I have not played this save for over a week. I've been doing some other things with TEW, putting the final touches on 8.0 for the early release. And I have not been active with this save. I've been active with TEW and 8.0, but just not active with this save. All right, here is Jerry Lawler. And of course, they're facing Larry Zbyszko and the heavyweight champion of the world, which is Curt Hennig. So there we go. This big match is booked. And we're ready to go. So what do we want to do with this match to maximize our credit here? I think a smart thing to do here is to give our baby faces a win. But we are going to give them that win with a chinsy finish. That's going to be a DQ finish. Okay? And we'll double check here. Yeah, this match can go much longer. 19 minutes, I think it can go, and that's it. Yep, 19 minutes. All right, we're going to go ahead and get rolling here, and this should be a lights out, excellent card. All right, of course, Wendi Richter gets the win. No red text of doom for these two ladies. That's a very good sign. Red text of doom here, of course, for the little person and Koorijian versus the Texas Hangmen, but nothing new. Psycho and Killer continue to gain in popularity and improve. And look at that. Doug Summers gets the win with the figure 4 and almost scores a 70. Well done. Manny Fernandez over Mickey Shannon. And they get a 61 for a squash match. Again, not bad. There's a bonus for well-executed squash. Terrific. DJ Peterson beats Rex King with that second rope diving shoulder block. Very nice. Look at that. Nice score for a promo here. 80 overall with Slaughter and Lawler. And Bobby Duncum wins with that running big boot over Alan Fox. 60. Ron Simmons, not a bad score for Ron Simmons. 68 for his promo here. Next, Ron Simmons gets a 55. He wins with that big scoop power slam. Next, Zbyszko and Hennig get a 92. Folks, I got to say it again. I think we've figured out this deal with promos. And of course, they are trash talking their opponents for tonight. And look at that. Our main event gets a big 90. Excellent score. We should get an excellent score overall. Let's see if there's any takeaways. There are none. Everything is bonus city. Well done. 90 overall. We're going to finish this one up with an 83, and we gain across the board. Yes! All right, we're rolling right along here over to All-Star Wrestling, and I am going to highlight it so I don't accidentally run the wrong show. Because, as you know, I've done it before. All right, Al Ringo, who does not get along with anybody, is going to face Eddie Guerrero in our opener. This is going to be a rare card. We're going to see all three Guerrero brothers on the card, but not wrestling together. All right, there is Eddie Guerrero. And Eddie is going to get the win, of course. All right, nice opening squash match. Next, we have our tag match. And it is Guzman and Rodriguez versus Bad Company. And Bad Company, of course, reunited after Paul Diamond has recovered from his injury. And there is the most offensive name in wrestling, Blackie Guzman. And his partner, I forgot Guzman's first name. Like I said, it's been a little while. Julio Guzman. No, Blackie Guzman and Julio Rodriguez. Goofy me. All right, there's Bad Company. And we're going to give Paul Diamond the win here. Not the wind, but the win. The victory. Excellent. And rolling right along, Jeff Curtis is going to face Steve Olsonoski, also known as Steve O. Be a nice, easy TV win for Steve Olsonoski, who has also been known to referee for the AWA, but not in this save. Right, there's Olsonoski getting the win. Again, another nice little TV match. Sean Baxter is going to face the former light heavyweight champion of the world in Nelson Royal. And Nelson Royal is not in a good mood after losing his title. And he is probably going to hurt Sean Baxter here. Not really. Nelson Royal was light as a feather, but he's going to make it look like he is tying him up like a pretzel. Again, Nelson Royal, 50-some years old, and the man could still go. All right, Paul Dose and Wahoo McDaniel. Now, Wahoo McDaniel would probably waffle iron Paul Dose with those overhand chops. But of course, Wahoo McDaniel wasn't doing it to be a jerk. Wahoo McDaniel was doing it because that's just what Wahoo McDaniel did. He waffle ironed everybody with those chops because that's why they looked so real. Because they were. All right, Wahoo McDaniel with the nice win over Paul Dose. And next, Kevin Kelly, who's fresh off injury. We're going to give him a shot here at doing a promo. And of course, he's got Sherry Martel at his side. There is Kevin Kelly. I don't think I've ever done a promo. Well, in other saves, I've done a promo with Kevin Kelly, but not in this one. Eric Bischoff here is going to host. We're going to rate him on entertainment. We'll see how it does. It may not do very well, but what are you going to do? It's the way life goes. All right, Bobby Walker is going to face Kevin Kelly. And there is Bobby Walker. Guy's got some interesting hair. Do you think he had that perm going? Think he had that 70s, 80s perm going? Like Harley Race and Bruno Sammartino did, or you think that's his real hair? Let me know what you think. All right, there's Kevin Kelly with the victory. And we've talked about Kevin Kelly before. The guy was a decent wrestler, though. Got to give him that credit. All right, the Guerrero brothers are going to cut a promo here. And here is Chavo. Here is Hector. Messed that up. There is Eric Bischoff. I don't think we have them in a feud with anybody right now. But we'll double check. No, we don't have them in a feud with anybody, but they are working the circuit with Bad Company. So no reason to have them trash talk Bad Company. All right, that segment is booked. We can't make that a storyline because the Guerreros aren't going to lose the bad company. So, all right, Clement Fields and Jared Finley are going to face the Guerrero Brothers. Three-minute bout. Here is Clement Fields. There is Gerald Finley. And I say it every time, but I just think the world of the Guerrero Brothers. What a terrific tag team. What a talented family. It's a shame that two of them have passed away at, well, Eddie Guerrero at a very young age and his brother Chavo at a relatively young age. All right, Curt Hennig is going to cut a promo here. And of course, he is going to rip into Sergeant Slaughter. And imagine, folks, this is syndicated television. So, no, we're on we're on syndicated All-Star Wrestling here. And, of course, these are going to go to individual television markets. So this match would be him talking about his upcoming bouts with Sergeant Slaughter in the different areas. All right, Curt Hennig is based on overness. Sergeant Slaughter's off screen. We are booked. All right, big main event here. Wahoo McDaniel and the Iron Sheik. This one has potential to be bad, but we'll see what happens. Here is Wahoo McDaniel. There is the Iron Sheik. And Sheiky is going to get the win here, but there is a catch. Outside interference finish. Wahoo McDaniel is going to get attacked by Manny Fernandez. All right, and this one can be an epic. Both these two have good psychology. This one is booked up. Let's see, make sure we get the full 65. We don't. So we can make our main just a little bit longer here. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get rolling here, folks. All right, Ringo and Guerrero. Eddie gets the win. No more red text of doom. Eddie Guerrero is becoming more and more popular. Very nice. And, of course, we get red text of doom for bad company because they're just not that over yet. But they are improving. See this? Okay. Oh, look at the. Oh, that was. I almost thought it was El Ringo for a second. The one that can't get along with any tag team partner, but it wasn't. It was Rodriguez and Guzman. So here we go. Steve Olsonoski gets the win with a 50 against Jeff Curtis here. And next, Sean Baxter gets messed up by Nelson Royal. Nelson Royal, of course, uses the Nelson for the finish. Gets that submission. Next. Oh, I double booked Wahoo McDaniel, everybody. I double booked Wahoo. Oh, man. I can't believe I did that. Well, I can, because I do stupid stuff like that all the time. Oh, sorry about that. All right, only a 58 overall for Kevin Kelly's segment. But a nice 61. Kevin Kelly almost gets a 70 himself in the ring. That's terrific. All right, the Guerrero Brothers only get a 61 in their promo, but it was worth a shot giving it to them. Of course, the Guerrero Brothers get the win here with a 57 overall. Nice scores for them individually, though. Look at that, 95. Big promo, big promo, big promo. Excellent. And let's see what our main event gets. And we only get a 79. This score could hurt overall, everybody. And it does. It loses us popularity in 5 regions, and that is not good. All right, that's going to do it for us, folks, for this episode. We'll be back tomorrow with next week's tapings for All-Star Wrestling and Championship Wrestling. I thank you once again for tuning in. If you would like version 8.0 of the 1987 Supermod, go to braddrake.net, drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to send you over the link. Also, go to facebook.com/group/1987 Supermod and join me and everybody else in talking about our saves. People are really excited about version 8.0. Last but not least, hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and make sure to tell your friends about our wonderful channel here and all the exciting things we have going with the 1987 Supermod. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and please, buy my book. So long for now.